right, y'all. We headed down here in the woods. Beautiful morning right here. As normal, I'm getting a little bit late start, but it's all good. Just saw two turkeys standing right here in my walking road right here. We headed down and we're in some familiar ground right here. We headed down in the swamp. The river's full, the river's out, but I want to check some persimmons that are on these edges down here. I already know where they're at. I'm just going to go check them, see if they got anything on them, and try to find a pig. We should be, even though the river's got a lot of water in it, I might can wait a little bit and get on some islands or some dry land. Maybe we'll find a pig in there. And so we're gonna do some scouting anyway. It's all gonna be good. Thank you, good Lord, for a beautiful morning sun coming up. We're breathing. Life is good. Let's ease on down here. And I need to do some walking. I retired, messed around, got lazy for a few weeks and picked me up about 5 pounds, and I can't get rid of them. So we're doing some walking, managing our eating a little bit better. Gonna get back in shape. All right, we just checked. I think this is our 5th and 6th persimmon. There's one there, one over there. And between all of them we checked, there may be 4 persimmons on them. Ain't hardly nothing. But we'll keep looking. You'll come across one maybe after a while, or we will, that's completely loaded. I had high hopes for these right here, simply because we're in the edge of a transition. There again, transitions are where it's at. But I'll show y'all how to tell if they make persimmons. This one had some last year. I'll show you. I'm up under the tree right now. Y'all see how the grass is all out here? It's up high. See it? It's all standing up. Even after a year, see how it's beat down right here? And they hadn't already fell out. This is just from being wore out in the past. I don't know if y'all can see the difference. See up here, high grass, beat down grass. So this persimmon here usually makes. I've never hunted this persimmon. I just found them last year or the year before. And the storm messed us up last year, but won't be hunting them this year either. Let's keep looking. This is the first hog sign that I've run into. This place is really thickened up. And I told myself I ain't gonna tear through no jungle today. I'm gonna walk these easy trails just like the critters and get around. This is thick, thick, thick in here. It's gonna make for some good hunting. All right, y'all, we came through the kind of a upper part of the swamp, checked those persimmons, nothing on them. And came through a nightmare back there. I managed not have to climb over nothing, but it was tough. And so before I drop off, I'm doing something that I like to do a lot. I'm about to drop off into the lower swamp. That's where we expect to get on pigs, right? And I'm seeing already the sign is picking up right there. I hadn't seen hardly any sign except in a walla. But I like to sit down for a minute on a log. Number one, I'm old and I don't want to wear my legs out. But number two, it gears you down. Before you get down in there and start walking and hunting, you slow down a little bit. And if you'll notice, you don't hear nothing right now. You might be listening, but you ain't hearing nothing. But if you sit here for a few minutes, just listen, and then you start hearing all kind of stuff, and you get in tune is what you're doing. You begin where you get that work life out and that busyness around the house out, and tearing through the jungle back there out of your system. You sit here and kind of reboot in a slower mode, a more successful hunting mode, especially, foot hunting like this. And you probably notice that when you climb up in your stand, you get to your tree stand. If you're hunting, you climb up there and you don't hear everything's quiet and you think you scared everything off, but chances are you just wasn't listening. Once you sit down there for a little while, you begin to pick things up and the woods come to life. Well, they always been to life, you just didn't hear it. If you go in there as quiet as you should. So, good for your legs. And you can take a minute and reflect and be thankful for being able to sit here on this log in the middle of the swamp here. God has truly blessed me, and I'm so thankful for it. So thankful. It is hot already. There'll be a time, I don't get started real early a lot of times during the heat, like it's August right now, dog days. I'll get in here and about 10 or 11 o'clock is a place where it's pretty pleasant in here. It's burned off the moisture pretty much. The humidity's not as bad. Then the heat of the day starts to pick up. But 9, 10, 11 o'clock, that's when I want to be in the swamp in here. So we're gonna sit here a minute and rest. And persimmon, I had high hopes for one of them persimmons back there, because one year I saw it was wore out and it had a lot of deer coming to it, but I couldn't get back to hunt it. But I know where some good ones are at down here. We'll check them. So what I've learned from this, we're up on I don't know if you can tell it. The swamp drops right there. It starts dropping down probably 6 feet, 8 feet, a different level. And where I was at on this level, none of the persimmons made. I checked about probably 7 or 8. None of them made. And it's persimmons. And I saw some of them had like 1 or 2 or 3 persimmons, but you got to have a lot of persimmons because you're hunting a habit of the deer coming to them. And it's got to be enough food to create the habit, right? So anyway, that's a bust on this level. So I won't waste much more time unless I happen to be just going by one checking persimmons on this level of the swamp. But when we get down toward the bottom, I expect we'll start finding some sign, some feed. I'm excited. Deer season's like 3 weeks away, maybe 3 or 4. I'm pumped up. Well, we just jumped a boar hog over there. I've been sneaking really sneaky too. Well, this tree right here has a few persimmons on it, that crooked one. And a few are dropping. There's already, there's a pig track there, fresh. It's a pretty tree, but it ain't really loaded. There's tracks all the way around the tree. But it ain't loaded like I would want to see. That's only one we've seen with persimmons so far. Oh, I can see them with my eyes here now. I was looking at the wrong place. There's a bunch of them up there. All right, that's a good one. Let me show y'all something right here. Just brightens up my whole day. That would be a water oak acorn. And right there would be where squirrels are cutting the water oak acorn. Man, it's been a while since we've been able to get on these old big water oaks like that one right there. That makes me smile. Yes, indeed. It's kind of deep. All right, y'all, it's man, I'm hot. I got in this air conditioning and I was gonna go check another place, but I think I'm gonna go home. But good loop in there. We jumped to one hog and I didn't see a whole lot of hog. I saw more sign right here around this hole here I'm driving through to go out than I did anywhere. But we did jump a boar hog and I found some water oak acorns, so that's a good sign. Found one persimmon with a little bit. The persimmons are really disappointed in the persimmons. But I got plenty of other places to hunt. You find good places by ruling out bad ones, you know. And we did a lot of that today. I'm tired. It's kind of wind blown where I was at, and I was having to go around and do a bunch of stuff. My legs were wore out this morning. But it was fun shooting the bow, walking around, having a good time, getting closer and closer to deer season, and maybe we'll run across a pig that we see before he sees us. And we'll keep stabbing at it. I may try to go again tomorrow. So you guys keep the good Lord first. And I appreciate y'all watching my little videos right here and following along. I believe we're gonna have a good deer season, maybe so. And I hope y'all follow along with us. See y'all on the next one.